Why God allows you to feel broken before He heals you. Because broken is not the end. Broken is the opening. God sees what you hide, the tears you swallow, the questions you are afraid to ask. God allows the breaking because healing needs honesty. You asked why it hurts this much? Why it had to be you. Why prayers felt unanswered. God says pain is not proof of absence. Pain is often proof of deep work. You feel broken because something false is being removed. Something heavy. Something that was never meant to stay. God allows you to feel broken when the weight you carried was not yours to keep. You learned to survive by being strong, by staying quiet, by pretending you were okay. But healing cannot grow in pretending. God allows the breaking so the truth can breathe. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. Broken does not mean ruined. Broken means opened. A seed must break before it grows. God allows the breaking because growth needs space. You held on too long, to people who drained you, to expectations that crushed you, to guilt that was never yours. God allows the breaking because your hands need to open. You ask God to change your life, but change requires release. Release hurts. God allows you to feel broken because healing starts where control ends. You tried to hold everything together. Your family, your relationships, your future. But you were not meant to carry everything. God allows the breaking so you learn where your strength ends and His begins. You feel weak now, but weakness is not failure. Weakness is surrender, and surrender is where God moves. God allows you to feel broken before He heals you, because healing is not cosmetic. God does not cover wounds. He cleans them. Cleaning hurts. Healing hurts before it helps. You wanted peace without the process, rest without the release. But God heals deeply, not quickly. You feel broken because old versions of you are dying. The version that tolerated less than love. The version that accepted silence as care. The version that thought suffering was normal. God allows that version to break, because it cannot go where you are going. You think you are falling apart. God says you are being separated. Separated from lies, from fear, from self-blame. God allows you to feel broken because truth is entering. Truth shakes what was built on fear. You prayed for clarity. Clarity often comes through pain. Not because God enjoys your suffering, but because clarity requires contrast. You must feel the wrong to recognize the right. God allows the breaking because comfort hid what was hurting you. Some pain was hidden by routine, by busyness, by distraction. God removed the noise so you could hear your soul, and your soul cried out. That cry is not weakness. It is awakening. God allows you to feel broken because awakening is uncomfortable. You are waking up to your worth, to your limits, to your needs. You can no longer ignore them. God allows the breaking because ignoring yourself was killing you slowly. You learned to pour out without being filled. God stopped the pouring. Now you feel empty, but emptiness is space, and space is where healing enters. God allows you to feel broken because fullness cannot enter a crowded heart. You asked why God did not stop it sooner. Because you were still surviving. And God did not call you to survive forever. God called you to live. Living requires feeling, even the pain. God allows you to feel broken because numbness is not healing. Numbness is hiding. Healing makes you feel again. And feeling hurts at first. You feel everything now. The regret, the anger, the grief. God allows this flood because suppression was poisoning you. You cannot heal what you refuse to feel. God allows the breaking because honesty comes before restoration. You feel broken because you finally stopped lying to yourself. You admitted you were tired, that you were lonely, that you were afraid. God hears that honesty. God works there. You think God left when things fell apart. God was actually closer than ever, standing in the mess, in the tears, in the silence. God allows you to feel broken because He is not afraid of your pain. He does not turn away. You turned inward. God stayed. You feel broken because expectations collapsed. You expected people to love you better, to stay, to understand. They did not. God allows that disappointment because your identity was tied to them. God is untangling you so you can stand whole without approval. Brokenness reveals where your hope was misplaced. God allows the breaking so hope can be recentered on Him. You are learning that people can fail you. God does not. But this lesson hurts. God allows it anyway, because false security will fail you again. God is teaching you to build on rock, not sand. Rock takes longer, but it lasts. You feel broken because you are grieving, not just people, but dreams, plans, versions of life you expected. God allows grief because pretending it did not matter would harden you. Grief softens the heart, and a soft heart can heal. God allows the breaking because hardness blocks healing. You tried to be strong too long. Strength without rest becomes cruelty to yourself. God broke your routine to save your soul. You are not weak for collapsing. You were exhausted. God allowed you to stop because stopping was mercy. You feel broken because you finally slowed down enough to notice the pain. God allows that noticing, not to destroy you, but to restore you properly. Healing rushed is healing repeated. God heals once, deeply. You asked why healing takes so long. Because God heals the root, not the symptom. Symptoms return. Roots change everything. God allows you to feel broken because the root was deep. And deep work takes time. You are not behind. You are in process. God allows process because instant healing would not sustain you. You need strength for what is coming. Strength built through truth. Truth learned through breaking. You feel broken because you are unlearning. Unlearning survival patterns. Unlearning people pleasing. Unlearning silence. Unlearning hurts. God allows the breaking because learning hurt kept you trapped. You are learning new ways to love yourself. New ways to trust God. That feels awkward, painful, but necessary. God allows you to feel broken because transformation is uncomfortable. You are not being abandoned. You are being remade. Remaking is messy. God is not scared of mess. He started creation in chaos, and He is creating again. In you. You feel broken because the old foundation cracked. God is laying a new one, a foundation that can carry joy. Before, joy would have collapsed you. You were too wounded to hold it. God allows the breaking to strengthen your capacity. So when peace comes, it stays. You think healing means pain ends. Healing actually means pain no longer controls you. God allows the breaking so control shifts. From fear to faith. From panic to trust. From self-blame to grace. You feel broken because grace is entering places shame ruled. Shame resists grace. It fights back. That fight hurts. But grace wins. God allows the breaking because shame must be exposed to be healed. You hid your shame for years. Now it is coming up. God is not angry about it. God is gentle. He lifts what you buried, not to embarrass you, but to free you. Freedom feels painful at first, because chains were familiar. God allows you to feel broken, because freedom feels unsafe to the wounded. But safety grows, slowly. Surely, you feel broken because you are learning to trust again. Trust feels dangerous after betrayal. God knows. That is why he moves slowly. Healing is paced by mercy. God does not rush you. He walks with you, step by step. You feel broken because you are finally telling the truth. About what hurt you. About what you lost. About what you need. Truth hurts before it heals. God allows truth. God heals truth. You feel broken because God is restoring your sensitivity. You cried over things you ignored before. That is healing. You felt deeply again. That is healing. You set a boundary and felt guilty. That is healing. God allows discomfort because comfort kept you sick. You are not regressing. You are awakening. Awakening shakes everything. God allows the shaking, so what cannot last will fall. And what remains will be real. You will not build on denial again. God will not allow it. Because he loves you too much. You feel broken because love intervened. Not gently, but effectively. God's love is not always soft. Sometimes it is firm. Sometimes it stops you mid-run. Sometimes it lets you hit the wall. So you stop destroying yourself. God allows you to feel broken because brokenness got your attention. Comfort never did. You are listening now. God is speaking. Not with condemnation, but with truth. You are not too far gone. You are not ruined. You are not rejected. You are being healed. Healing just hurts before it helps. God allows the breaking because the healing coming is bigger than what you lost. You would not have survived it before. Now you will. You feel broken because you are changing. Change is painful, but staying the same was killing you. God chose pain that heals over comfort that destroys. That is love. You will look back one day and understand. Not everything, but enough. Enough to thank God for not rescuing you too early. Enough to see the strength you gained. Enough to trust him again. God allows you to feel broken before he heals you. Because broken soil grows the strongest roots. And you are growing. You are growing where you once bled. God allows the breaking because soil must be turned before planting. It feels violent. It feels unnecessary. But nothing grows in untouched ground. You feel broken because God is loosening what was hardened. You learn to survive by closing your heart. God is opening it again. Opening hurts, but closed hearts cannot heal. God allows you to feel broken because love is returning. Love feels dangerous when you are hurt. Deeply. God knows. That is why he does not flood you with healing all at once. He gives it slowly, safely. You feel broken because God is retraining your heart, teaching it how to receive without fear. You are learning that not every touch will harm you. Not every voice will abandon you. Not every silence means rejection. God allows the breaking because your body remembers pain your mind tried to forget. Healing reaches the body too. The tight chest, the shallow breath, the constant alertness. God is calming you from the inside. That calm feels unfamiliar. Sometimes it feels scary because chaos was predictable. Peace is new territory. God allows you to feel broken because he is moving you out of survival and into safety. Safety feels strange when danger was normal. You may miss the adrenaline. Do not confuse adrenaline with purpose. God never called you to live on edge forever. God allows the breaking because rest is becoming possible. And rest reveals exhaustion you ignored. You feel tired now because you finally stopped running. God allows that stop. Stopping is holy. Stopping saves lives. You were close to losing yourself. God intervened, not gently, but lovingly. Feel broken because God interrupted patterns that were destroying you quietly. You thought endurance was strength. God says endurance without care becomes self-harm. You learn to stay too long. God is teaching you how to leave. Leaving hurts, but staying would have cost you more. God allows the breaking because boundaries must be learned through discomfort. You feel guilty for choosing yourself. That guilt is old programming. God is rewriting it. Self-respect feels wrong when self-neglect was praised. God is correcting that lie. You are not selfish. You are depleted. God allows the breaking because depletion cannot be healed with motivation. It needs rest, truth, time. You wanted answers. God gave you space instead. Space to feel, not space to grieve. Space to admit what you lost. God allows grief because grief honors what mattered. Pretending you were unaffected would have hardened you. God protects softness. Softness heals faster. You feel broken because your heart is soft again. That softness will attract better love. But first, it must be protected. God is teaching you discernment. Discernment comes from pain processed, not pain ignored. You processed it. That is why it hurts. Now God allows the breaking because processed pain becomes wisdom. Unprocessed pain becomes cycles. You are breaking cycles. Cycles fight back. That fight hurts, but cycles lose when awareness rises. God allows the breaking because awareness is awakening. You see things you once excused. You hear tones you once ignored. You feel discomfort sooner. That is not weakness. That is healing. You are no longer numb. You are no longer dissocie. You are present. Presence hurts before it heals. God allows the breaking because presence brings power back to you. You gave your power away trying to keep peace. God is returning it. Power returning feels heavy at first. Responsibility feels scary. But God trusts you with it now. You feel broken because you are stepping into authority over your life. Authority requires clarity. Clarity requires truth. Truth sometimes shatters. Illusions. God allows the shattering because illusions kept you small. You are living beneath your calling, not because you are lazy, but because you were wounded. God heals wounds before assigning weight. You could not carry purpose while bleeding. Now, God is tending the wounds. So you can stand upright. You feel broken because standing upright after years of bending hurts. Your spiritual muscles are weak from misuse. God is strengthening them. Strength training hurts. But strength comes. God allows the breaking because you are becoming stable, not reactive, not desperate. Stable. Stability takes time. You are learning patience. Patience hurts. When urgency ruled your life, God slowed you down to save you. You are moving fast toward collapse. God intervened. You call it brokenness. God calls it rescue. You feel broken because you were rescued from yourself. From habits that numbed you. From relationships that drained you. From beliefs that crushed you. God loves you enough to stop you. Even when stopping hurts, you are not delayed. You are protected. God allows the breaking because protection sometimes feels like loss. You lost what was familiar, but familiarity was not safety. God is teaching you the difference. You will not settle for less again. This breaking cured your tolerance for harm. It is healing. You feel broken because you outgrew what once fit. Growth hurts joints, but growth also changes posture. You will stand taller. You will breathe easier. You will choose better. God allows the breaking because He trusts what you are becoming. He did not abandon you in pain. He sat with you in it. He listened when no one else did. He stayed when others left. You are never alone. You are being carried through a necessary season. This season will end. Healing will come. Not suddenly, but surely. And when it does, you will realize the breaking did not destroy you. It delivered you. You will notice something changing quietly. The pain will stop screaming. it will start whispering lessons instead. God allows the breaking because pain that teaches is about to leave. Pain that teaches does not stay forever. It stays until you understand. You are understanding now. That is why things feel different. Still heavy, but clearer. God allows the breaking because confusion is lifting. You are no longer asking, "Why me?" You are asking, "What is this teaching me?" That shift matters. That shift means healing has already started. Healing does not begin when pain ends. Healing begins when meaning appears. God allowed you to feel broken so you would stop blaming yourself. You blamed your heart, your choices, your weakness, but now you see, you are responding to wounds. God does not judge wounded responses. He heals them. You feel broken because God is separating guilt from responsibility. You are responsible for healing, but you are not guilty for being hurt. That truth hurts to accept, because guilt felt like control. If it was your fault, you could fix it. God is teaching you that not everything was your fault. Some things were done to you. Some things happened around you. Some things broke you slowly. God allows the breaking because truth is kinder than blame. Blame keeps you stuck. Truth sets you free. Freedom feels overwhelming at first, because now you must choose differently. God is teaching you how. You feel broken because God is teaching you how to trust slowly, not blindly. Slow trust feels uncomfortable, but it is safe. God is not rushing you into faith. He is building it brick by brick. Faith that survives pain is stronger than faith built on comfort. You have that kind of faith now. Even if it feels shaky, God allows the breaking because shaky faith that stays is real faith. You stayed, even when prayers felt unanswered, even when silence was loud. God saw that. He honors that. You feel broken because God is honoring your endurance with healing. Endurance without healing would be cruelty. God is not cruel. He is careful. Careful with your heart. Careful with your future. Careful with what He gives you next. You are not ready to hear this yet, but you will be. What is coming requires a healed version of you. Not a hardened one. Not a desperate one. A healed one. God allows the breaking because He is protecting what He will place in your hands. You would have dropped it before. Now you will hold it gently, wisely. You feel broken because you are becoming trustworthy with joy. Joy mishandled turns into fear. God is teaching you how to rest in good moments, without waiting for disaster, without self-sabotage. This learning hurts, because joy feels unsafe to the wounded. God allows the breaking because joy must be relearned. You will notice yourself relaxing, then panicking, then relaxing again. That is healing. You are teaching your body that peace is allowed. God allows the breaking because healing happens in the nervous system too. Your body remembers trauma. God speaks to it through gentleness. Gentleness takes time. You feel broken because time is slowing down. Slowing down exposes pain, but it also exposes beauty you missed. You will start noticing small mercies, small kindnesses, moments of calm. God is rebuilding your ability to notice good. Trauma stole that from you. God is giving it back. You feel broken because you are grieving who you had to be to survive. That version of you was strong, but tired. God honors that version, but He does not want you to stay there. You are allowed to be softer now. Softer does not mean weaker. Softer means safer. God allows the breaking because safety is becoming your new normal. Normal feels strange at first, but strange does not mean wrong. You will adjust. God is patient with your adjustment. You feel broken because patience feels like waiting. But patience is actually protection. God is aligning timing. Timing of people. Timing of opportunities. Timing of healing. You are not missing anything. You are being positioned. God allows the breaking Because positioning sometimes feels like stillness. Stillness feels like nothing is happening. But roots grow in stillness. Your roots are growing deeper than before. That depth will hold you when life shakes again. Life will shake again. But not like before. You will not collapse. Because now you are anchored. God allows the breaking because shallow roots break in storms. Deep roots bend and survive. You are becoming deep. Depth hurts, but depth lasts. You feel broken because God is preparing you for longevity, not quick success, not fast relief, but lasting peace. Peace that stays even when circumstances change. You will notice your reactions changing. You pause now. You breathe now. You respond instead of explode. That is healing. God allowed the breaking to slow your reactions, so wisdom could catch up. You feel broken because wisdom is replacing urgency. Urgency felt powerful, but it was fear in disguise. God is removing fear layer by layer. Fear resists removal, and that resistance hurts. But fear is losing. You are not fearless yet, but fear no longer controls you. That is healing. God allows the breaking because control must change hands. From fear to trust. Trust grows slowly. You are growing it. God is pleased. You feel broken because God is proud of you. Proud enough to heal you deeply, not superficially. Superficial healing would leave you vulnerable. Deep healing makes you resilient. Resilience does not look dramatic. It looks calm. It looks steady. It looks like you're not abandoning yourself anymore. God allowed the breaking because self-abandonment was your greatest wound. You stayed in pain because you did not think you deserved better. Now you know. You deserve care. You deserve rest. You deserve peace. Accepting that hurts because it confronts years of neglect. God allows the breaking because self-worth is being restored. Restored things ache before they strengthen. You will get stronger. You already are. One day you will speak about this season without shaking, without tears, with gratitude. Not because it did not hurt, but because it healed you. God allows you to feel broken before He heals you. Because brokenness was the doorway. Healing is the room you are entering now.